Okay, now it's live. All right. Well, hopefully it's not gonna lag or anything, but okay, that's so weird. Is it live now or what? What is happening? Okay, move the mouse around. All right, it's live. All right. So I don't know why it wasn't really doing that, but yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. What's good, Sanchez, bro? What's good, man? I'm just gonna be going over like a couple things about this chapter that I noticed upon reading it the second time that I actually didn't mention in my video, and it's kind of having like a bit of like a discussion about it, just kind of going over it. But I mean, yeah, you guys saw my review video. You know, hold on, let me see this. Sashida is at it again. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. There are like a couple things I want to cover in this that I didn't discuss before. And then we got to kind of talk about like the really big bombshell at the very end. But I'm starting to think after reading this chapter, Yoshida, he's pretty much just, I mean, I think at this point, it's kind of confirmed that he's working for public safety. Like he says, like, yeah, I'm working for like an organization, but it's very clear he's pretty much, he's just working for public safety. So new Himino thoughts. The way I feel about Fumiko, I almost forgot her name. Her name is literally right in front of here, right here. The way I feel about this girl, I have very mixed feelings about it. If Fujimoto made her the same age as Denji, I wouldn't feel bad about it, but now that I know that she's 22 and she only likes him because he's basically Chainsaw Man, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I still like her character, but she just isn't good for Denji. I guess that's what I can honestly say, man. Kudos to the community. They caught short, man, from part 1 on day 1. They actually did. They did. I thought it was a violence scene at first. I won't lie. I will not lie. But just giving my initial thoughts over her. What I want to go over in this is something that I didn't touch in my video, is the actual division that she's a part of in public safety. And this is actually pretty important because I didn't see anyone really talk about it. But so she's part of public safety double extermination special division 7. We know at least in part 1 that certain divisions are just named division 1, 2, and 3, but then they also have the special divisions. So special divisions, if I remember, like Denji was a part of special division 4, I think. Well, he was merged into it because everyone in his division legit got murked. The reason why it got called special division is because it consisted of humans, hybrids like Denji, and literally like devil fiends. So we know there's something special about this girl. I'm betting you anything there is something special about her. Just because, I mean, she's pretty much a part of like a special division. And if anything, it's called like an extermination special division. So it's like, well, like, you know, like she's like Black Ops, but then she's like super Black Ops just because of that. So I don't know. I think, and this is going to sound really, really, really dumb. Like, I think we all kind of know this chick is like a regular human girl at this point. I think that much is kind of clear, but it makes me kind of wonder if double fusions are going to kind of come into this at some point in the story. And maybe that's the reason why she was also chosen, because there's no way in the world they're going to pick like a regular human girl to protect Denji. I mean, I guess technically speaking, they did the last time with Aki, but I mean, that's because of like the situation with that. It was like a manufacturing relationship to kind of break Denji down. In this case, it's like, well, you're trying to kind of protect Denji, and I don't know why they would choose like an ordinary human girl. Like, even if she has like an OP double contract, I don't think they would do it. They would go a little bit further than that in this case. So I mean, it makes me wonder. Maybe Princey? Nah, man, Princey's definitely dead, bro. Princey's definitely dead. She's not coming back. Fumiko is Himela, but from the streets. Also a discount beam. Low-key, she is like discount beam. She is pretty much discount beam. Now that you really mention it. But there's between like Beam and this random chick is Beam actually liked, well, I guess he liked, well, mainly he liked Denji because he was Chainsaw Man. But like he was trying to genuinely protect him and stuff. Like this chick, like Denji legit got jumped and she didn't do anything. Like dude, look at this, man. Look at this. Like yeah, I didn't want my song to get interrupted. Like, come on, man. It was just so weird. It's just so weird to me. So Sword got memory swipe. He doesn't remember Denji. Does that mean Rizu is alive but has amnesia? See, and I wanted to touch on that too. I wanted to just touch on this first and then touch on this. I just want to know your opinions, chat. If Rizu doesn't come back, do you think we're basically gonna get like a love triangle between Asa and Fumiko? I want to know your opinion, because believe it or not, I'm gonna type this in too, because this is like a really fun fact. But Fumiko's name in Japanese, I believe it means, I think it means like land or sea, I think. Oh wow, my video's actually right there. Here, let me see this. Yeah, her name in kanji in Japanese, it actually means boat. But it also means beautiful child and child of art. But it's meant, they say her surname is meant to parallel Asa's, as both of them have like the kanji for 3. But Asa's surname contains the kanji for hawk, while Fumiko's kanji stands for boat. So like the sky and the sea, they're considered like polar opposites. And it's kind of making me wonder if like they're meant to be kind of like a love triangle between the 3 of them. I wouldn't, personally, I would not want that. It would just be so weird if they made this chick like the utter love interest, because it's like, I just wouldn't like it. I mean, it's just like, it's like Denji knows this chick, it doesn't care about him, and she wants him for being Chainsaw Man. It's just, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense for me personally for that to be the case. I just don't. But going into just the Sword Man reveal, and I want to really touch on that before I touch on Asa. This is something that I honestly, I wasn't expecting this. Out of all the people I was expecting to see in part 2, I was not expecting him, but it makes sense because, dude, they're like, the hybrids designs were too cool for them to just be throwaway characters. But the thing about Sword Man is, why is he approaching Denji now of all times? And why did he also save Denji? Because I didn't cover this in my chapter review, but it's pretty much, even though it's not really said, it's pretty much confirmed at this point that when Denji lost to the Falling Devil for the first time and he got fed blood, it was actually him. He's the one that actually got Denji back up for the count. It's just really strange to me that like he didn't try to jump in to help him out or anything. Like, yeah, he gave him blood and he's like, okay, man, well, go on and keep on fighting, and just dipped. Like, it is kind of strange to me personally. It's very, very strange to me that now of all times, like 7 months after part 1, he appears. Now, what I think he's lying about, and I don't believe him, like I honestly think like he's BSing him, is when he says like, oh yeah, you don't know me, you don't remember me. Now, Denji wouldn't actually know who Sword Man is, because when Fuchito fought Sword Man 2 times, really the first time Denji was like unconscious. He literally legit lost the will to live. So he doesn't remember anything like that. All he remembers from what we know is like, yeah, I was able to come back from like a heart, and that was it. I mean, that's all he remembers. And then the second time, he just doesn't know. So it makes sense why he wouldn't know who he is, but it's just strange that like, how does Sword Man know about Denji? And is he being honest about not remembering who Denji is? Because see, the odd part is about Makima's mind control, and why I don't believe that he's telling the truth is because the Angel Devil was able to remember when Makima took control of him and his life pretty much before he encountered Makima. He actually remembered. He legit remembered, and that's legit why he tried to turn on, you know, Makima. Of course, it didn't work out, RP Angel Devil, but we know the memories can come back. So it's kind of interesting it is going to be interesting if we do get his backstory, because I think when we get his backstory, not only is it going to be like the first time that Makima is going to be actually directly mentioned in part 2, but we might learn a little bit more about the weapon devils and how they came to Earth, because that wasn't ever explained. A lot of that was not explained. So hopefully we get that. I'm going to look at the chat real quick. Okay, well, he fought Pochita. He did fight Pochita, and dude, fun fact, he did not land a hit on Pochita, bro. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Sword Devil, bro. Chad Sword Devil. Katana Man is like a version. Like, no, bro. Like, he didn't even land a hit on like Pochita, bro. He didn't even land a hit on like Chainsaw Man and like Pochita in his like red Chainsaw Man form, really like the denji form. He couldn't even land a hit on there, and he got bodied like 2 times. So maybe he didn't step in to fight the Flying Devil because like he's super weak, low key. I don't know. Sword is Denji's chance to become his buddy. Fumiko probably has contract like Aki. Makes sense as a bodyguard. She's probably just keeping tabs. Well, I mean, I guess, but Yoshida is really the one that's keeping tabs. Well, I don't know. I guess you could say like Yoshida is Denji's handler, and then yeah, and then Fumiko is just keeping tabs on Denji essentially. I mean, and it's trying to kind of keep him satisfied, I guess, in a like a way, which is really creepy and really messed up. I guess. But yeah, it is definitely weird. It is definitely weird. I don't know if Swordman is going to be Denji's buddy. I mean, they look like they could be the same age, and they look like they kind of have a little bit of like the same demeanor, I think. Like, guy seems cool and guy seems chill, but I don't know if we can really trust him. And just me personally, I don't really trust him, because like, dude, guy is popping up after like 7 months. It's like, yeah, dude, like there's no way in the world you came out to Denji just to be buddy with him, bro. Like there's no way. There's no way. I want to see it happen in a way, because Denji does need a friend. Denji does need a friend. He really does, because he's still all alone. I mean, I guess he has like a side chick that technically, if he really wanted to sleep with her, he still could. Like he still can. I don't think he will. I don't think he will now, but I mean, if he wanted to hit, he could, but it's like he really does need a friend. And maybe Swordman will be his friend. It's just like dude, with any friendship that Denji has made, it never ends well. It just doesn't, unfortunately. It'd be kind of funny if Denji got with Swordman. Like, it's unlikely, but I think it'd be cool. I don't know. I'm just weird. Oh, God. Hold on, bro. What do you mean he got with Swordman? Denji doesn't swing that way, bro. Denji does not. I mean, it's kind of shocking he doesn't. It's kind of shocking after, like, all the trauma he's gone through with woman. I gotta be honest. If Denji went on ahead and switched sides, I would be like, you know, I can see why. I can see why. I can see it. I'm like, well, it's not like you didn't try, bro beans. It's not like you don't have like a reason. I mean, hey dude, I don't hate anyone or their decisions or anything like that. So it is what it is. Even if Denji saw Sword in part 1, Denji ain't gonna remember, dude. I mean, he didn't remember Yoshida, but I don't think he wasn't telling the truth about that. He wasn't really being truthful about it, at least in my opinion. Like, he knew who he was. It's like he was kind of ignoring it, to maybe to distance himself from it, from the events of part 1. That's my opinion. Homiko isn't the best at her job, so Swordman take over. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, god dang it, Homiko. Oh my god. I mean, Homiko was like assigned to Denji, so I don't know. I mean, you never know. Like, he could be, you know, Swordman could be a part of public safety too now. It's just weird that like they haven't utilized Swordman at all whatsoever. But I mean, we all know like most of the hybrids, like realistically, the strongest hybrid that we've ever encountered was Reze. But and mark my words about this, it was only because like she was trained to perfection, and her devil, well, the contract that she had with her devil that allowed her to be a hybrid was just like OP. I mean, King Shi was strong too, but even with all the experience that Quincy have, like, dude, I think Bomb Girl, like, mid diffs. Bomb Girl's still mid diffs. She's just, like, way stronger. Her abilities are just way stronger. It's honestly just better. Homiko is whole Benny. I don't see any shipping now that Denji is getting some confidence back. Her turn her back to the streets. I hope so. But it's just like Denji seems so confused. Denji seems so confused about this. Now, I'm gonna lie. When I first saw Denji's reaction to this, I initially thought he was getting PTSD from like a female saying this to Denji. And it could be that, but a lot of people did point out that like Denji's dream of revealing himself to a girl got ruined. It got ruined in the worst way possible, and the way he feels about a girl liking him, like after his reveal for being like Chainsaw Man, it doesn't feel too good. And you can kind of look at like see the look on his face. He's like, damn, this doesn't feel too great. And he just looks all confused. He doesn't know what to think. So I think it could be that. It could be that. I think it was like a little bit of like PTSD and his dreams getting crushed at like the same time. I think it's like a little bit of both. Not gonna lie, it would make sense. All the women Denji only want to ride Pochita. Yeah, it is sad, isn't it? It honestly is. I mean, low key. I mean, Reze in the end, she liked Denji, and they did have a lot in common. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Part of the reason why I honestly don't want them to bring back Reze is, like, at least in the West, I don't know how they feel about Reze in Japan, which is really, like, ultimately, like, the fan base that they have to please. That's, like, ultimately the fan base that they care about. In the West, Reze, I'm saying her name wrong so badly, but Reze is extremely popular, was and still is extremely popular, despite technically doing the same thing that Makima did when you think about it. Like, when you think about it, I mean, I guess the only difference is, to our knowledge, she's still like a teenage girl, right? But like, she murdered a bunch of people, tried to manipulate Denji for his heart, and I mean, yeah, same thing as Makima, low-key. I mean, at the end of the day, she still liked Denji, and she was about to run off with him. Like, she wanted the opportunity for like a better, like, I guess, like to live a life with him. So in the end, it's kind of different, you know what I mean? But it's like, when people made the comparison, they're both pretty bad. But like, no one, I guess you can say like no one's really like a good person in Chainsaw Man. I guess Chainsaw Man is very morally great when it comes to that. Like, even Denji himself, like Denji, to say that Denji is a good person would be, he's like a human like anyone else, and that's like the good thing about Chainsaw Man. It's kind of realistic when it comes to their characters. It's pretty morally gray when you get down to it. It definitely isn't black and white. But if Reze came back, I honestly think like, dude, she would instantly steal Asa's spotlight. Like, I'll just be honest, like it isn't in Fujimoto's best interest to do that. I'll just be honest. I wouldn't even recommend that. Reze was under orders and Makima did it. You know, I mean, that's true. That's true, but the fact that she fought, I mean, well, technically speaking, see, the thing about the hybrids is they're immortal, right? Like, and we saw how strong Reze was. Technically speaking, if she really wanted to, honestly, if she wanted to get away from Russia, she could. I mean, she would just be getting hunted by like a bunch of other devil hunters like across the globe. It'd be like how it was with Denji in the International Assassin's Arc, but it's not like she couldn't run off. I mean, she was willing to run off with Denji, and she knew Makima was with Denji. Well, not with Denji, but she knew like Makima wanted Denji. And we all know like how strong and scary Makima was to like the entire world. Like, everybody, it's like everybody knew, but no, everybody was like, yeah, we're not gonna do anything about it, but we all kind of know. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Denji is a crazy girl magnet. Also, Homino is Denji's goal. Denji wanted for a girl to find out he is Chainsaw Man and then get his groove on. I mean, that's what he got, right? Like, he got a girl that found out he was Chainsaw Man. But I mean, look at his face. It is not what he really thought it was going to be. And you can kind of see, like, it's not what he really wanted. Like, that's not what he was expecting at all whatsoever. I mean, I think it's one of those things where Denji says this is what he wants, but it's not really what he wants. It's like when he said, "Oh yeah, I wanna have sex," and it's like okay, yeah, of course, he's a teenage boy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we've all been there, but like the underlining issue is like he wants someone to love him genuinely, dude. Like Denji has never had anyone that really loved him genuinely. Like you can see like the emotional damage is there, and everyone that pretty much did actually love and care about him, they all died. Like he got them killed or they got murdered in like the worst way imaginable, and he's all alone now. I mean, yeah, he has Nayuta, but he's still essentially all alone. But I mean, this isn't really the look of someone that's really satisfied by this, man. I mean, there's no way. There's no way, man. I honestly feel so bad for him in this moment, low key. I mean, granted, he walked into it. He knowingly walked into it. I mean, I hope he learns, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like these two's dynamic. I'm actually gonna be kind of curious about their dynamic now, and if like I don't know, low key, if they legit brought her on to bring up Denji's trauma and it'll just keep him in mind, I guess. I don't know. I'm honestly not too sure. It would make sense for Rise to bail out as soon as Makima got Happy Meal instead of waiting on to be with him. Pretty much. Essentially, pretty much. Welcome other people to the stream. Welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the live stream. Which reminds me about that. I'm gonna go on ahead and put my Discord in the channel. I am gonna be going ahead and taking on QAs. I don't know why I said QA notices, man. God dang, I'm taking up my job. We have like a forum called QA notices. I'm not gonna go into too much of what those are, but here, I'm gonna go on ahead and link in. Oh, yo, that's just yo, hold on. Oh, bro, can I not delete it? Okay, let me remove that really quick. Ignore what you saw, chat, and now I'm going to. Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to generate a new stream key. That's bad. That is so bad. But yeah, I am gonna go on ahead and link in the Discord. Hold on. Why would a 22-year-old pretend to be a high schooler instead of a teacher? I think Fumiko like young meat. I mean, see, this is gonna be like the messed up part, chat. Look at this, bro. Look at this. The age of consent in Japan, believe it or not, it is now 16 years old. But before it was 13, so take how you will with that. And technically speaking, the worst part is Denji did give her like the go ahead. Now the bad part is Fumiko didn't revere her age, but dude, make what you will about it, man. And this is really bad. Make what you will with that, chat. Take it how you will, but it's so wrong. It's still so messed up. All right, let me go on ahead and pull up the Discord channel real quick, and let me pull up the. Because I need to keep like a link for the Discord channel. But you know, you would think that they would go on ahead and make her like an actual teacher. You would think, right? Like you would think they would, but they're like, no, we're just gonna go on ahead and make you. But that would be even weirder if like the teacher just was like, hey Denji, like I like you, I kind of like you. I wonder how Denji would actually react to that, like a teacher hitting on him. Thanks for attempting. We didn't all know the age of consent in Japan. Dude, look, dude, I didn't know the age of consent in Japan. All right, I didn't know. I did not know, but that's still messed up. That's still messed up no matter what, chat. It still is. You hate to see it, chat. You hate to see it. I thought it was 17. No, believe it or not, in Japan it is 16. Before, I don't know why it used to be 13. I honestly don't know why it was in that country. That's disgusting to think about. Maybe the culture was different. I have no idea, but yeah, they just now raised it. I think like a few years ago. They did that like a few years ago, but as of like technically the story is set in 1999. So yeah, let me see this. Yeah, since 1907. Yeah, that's really messed up. But yeah, it's really messed up. Out of where you slice it. Like you would think Fujimoto would stop doing this because Denji's already been through so much emotional abuse, but you know how Fujimoto is, man. Fujimoto does not care. Fujimoto doesn't care. Now, I also want to touch a little bit on this. Chat, what was your initial reaction to Asa's smile? How did you guys react to the Asa part of the chapter? For me, I'm not gonna lie, this really did creep me out. Like, her smile here and everything, it felt so weird. The theory, it's set in 1997, 1998, and 2007 to 2008. Sanchez, I don't know what you're smoking, bro, but the story is set in like the late 1990s, and part 2 would end around July of well, it is gonna end in like July 1999, and then maybe we might get like a time skip to 2000, maybe, possibly. I did laugh at Fujimoto karaoke. Ah, yeah, that was funny. It was funny. Fujimoto putting his name on everything. On everything. Alright, chat. I am going to go on ahead and go into... The Choo song release was in 2007. Well, I mean, that's true. In real life, it was. I mean, we don't know. Like, the history in Chainsaw Man is actually a lot different than it is in the real world. So, I guess that's like the headcanon. That's my headcanon for it. Also, War Double has always made weird smile. I mean, yeah, but not like this. Not like this. And this is legit just Asa doing it. Your smiles have honestly always been kind of normal-ish in my opinion, but this just feels very weird. It's like, this is like the, like, I don't want to feel happy kind of smile, or the, like, I'm kind of going crazy type of smile. I honestly don't know how to really interpret it, and this is very weird to me. Some people have honestly said because of the merger that Asa and Yoru may be kind of going through, that's why she reacted this way. That's what some people are actually theorizing about. I don't know where people actually got that one from, be completely honest. But it just feels so strange to me. And then like Yoru's reaction to this, I honestly wonder what Asa was actually thinking. Like, I don't know if she's lying, if she kind of gave her like the raised eyebrow because like she knows she's lying, or she's like disgusted with her like in a different way. And I honestly feel like she's almost disgusted by like her self-hatred. It could be that. It honestly could be that, and I could see it. But chat, I'm gonna be taking questions in my Discord, in the Chainsaw Man manga over down in the watchroom. I should honestly make like a general tab or like my own office. But if you want to go on ahead and ask me a question, just hop in the watchroom. God dang, I can't speak right. And you can ask me, I say like 3 questions about this chapter and just like a couple of theories that you have, and I'll give my opinion on it if you want. The Discord is in the chat, so you want to hop in, you can. I'm going to keep on reading the chat here. 10 year of World War II were erased. So yeah, 1997, 2008, and 2008. Pretty much. It wasn't ever really said like 10 years of World War II was erased. It's just that we know that World War II in the world of Chainsaw Man went way differently than it did in the real world. Because Soviet Union is still around, nuclear bombs no longer exist. So, well, see, it's weird. If nukes still exist, would the atomic bomb still exist? Because technically speaking, they're two different bombs. So it makes me wonder. It makes you wonder. And technically speaking, I mean, World War II would, well, maybe World War II still, well, no, World War II got eaten. I forgot about that. World War II got eaten completely. And so did a certain German devil. So in the world of Chainsaw Man, it's like World War II never even happened. So it's so weird. But the Soviet Union still exists. So it is weird. Fan is going to ignore song release dates. I mean, I don't know, man. The song release dates be like that sometimes. It be like that. Heading to Discord. All right, Ghost Tab. I will see you in the Discord call. I'll be waiting for you. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be an interesting chapter. I mean, it does change so many things. It's really hard to speculate what's gonna happen next chapter. Now, I probably am gonna be making like a video just speculating what could happen next chapter. We don't have any type of, but the leaks that I covered before were just predictions made by a Redditor on a Chainsaw Man folks Reddit page. But I am going to be interested to see what he predicts is going to be happening next chapter, and then I'll probably make a video going over it and kind of comparing how accurate his predictions are. Thanks to Chainsaw Man, Germany looks great now. Oh God, I mean, see, it's sad. When I think of Germany, I only think of like two things. Well, I think of cars, and then I think of something that I can't say on YouTube. So, yeah, I guess so. I guess it isn't really. I guess Germany took a W because of Chainsaw Man. I mean, the country probably wasn't even split apart. I don't think it was ever split apart as a result of that, actually. So yeah, it did. Technically speaking, Germany did take a W. They took a major W. W for Germany. Big W for Germany. But it is really, really, really weird, man. Like, everyone just knows that Denji goes to this high school and everything, man. And I just honestly found it funny when Denji was like, dude, why do strangers keep talking to me lately? He's like, why is this happening? He just doesn't care. He's like, yeah. Well, this is really happening right now. Now, I also want to know you guys' opinion on this. Do you think Denji is becoming more sane? Is he becoming more sane as time goes on because he's getting more comfortable to a normal life? I actually want to hear you guys' opinions on that, because throughout this entire interaction with like Fumiko and Yoshida, he's like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, this is like a crazy situation. You could tell he was just out of it. And it might have been because he was at like his breaking point, but it could be because he's slowly becoming more sane. Because it just happened to Denji before. He would be kind of hurt by it emotionally, but he would just be like, like, whatever, dude. This is like a normal day for me. Because like part one, Denji's life was just so wild. It was so wild. But it makes me wonder. Oh man, it makes me wonder. Oh, all right. Let me see here. But chat, let me ask you guys a question. What Chainsaw Man videos, what topics would you like me to cover on like a separate note outside of just chapter reviews? Like, outside of just chapter reviews, what would you guys want me to go over? Like, I'm actually kind of curious about it. Because I was thinking maybe next chapter, if we learn a little bit more about Swordman, I'll make a everything we know about Swordman video. Just kind of explaining that. I'll probably make a video about that. And then I'll make a video about the hybrid devils. And explaining a little bit of that. But I'm kind of curious, what do you guys want me to kind of cover? Because I might even make like a video about what room in Discord for questions. I am in the watch room under Chainsaw Man manga. That is where I'm at. I am right there. Can you not see the actual slot? If not, I can just go to music view too. I don't know why. You should be able to. I know you have like admin privileges. I think you do. Because you literally help me make, yeah, you're like moderator, yeah. You should have like the stuff for it. Here. And no, Makima said if Kishibe knows about what happened to Yoru said, I'll make you vomit nukes. There's no Devil Fruities 2, World War II, incomplete, both. Maybe pending questions or do a character recap. Example, what we know about Yoshida. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Oh, you're in Rockroom up there. Yeah, I move up there. Here, I'm gonna go on ahead and what. Do I have like a piece of paper right now? Here, tell you what, I'm just gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna go in the watch room real quick. Hold on, let me just do. We're yeah, to read this pretty soon. Oh my god. You know what? Ignore it, dude. So many of the things that I should have on my stream, dude. Dude, it'll just be like my full name right there. All right. All right. Yoshida recap and everything we know about Yoshida. I see a lot of people confused on how devils, fiends, and hybrids work. Yeah, I might make a video explaining that then. Explaining devils, hybrids, and fiends. Okay, Ghost Tab, I will be going up in watch room to answer your questions. What's going on, man? How you doing today? Yeah, hello. Yeah. Say it. Uh, I mean, I mean, he technically did it with Reze in a way. Yeah, I guess in a way, it was like meant to be like a romantic interest for Denji, so it's possible. And then Asa was kind of getting set up for it, but then like we all know how that kind of went. But as far as gag character goes, I mean, it's really weird. I honestly believe, and this is gonna sound really dumb, like Fumiko, the way that she acts is like legit like Fujimoto's, like his fantasy of hybrids, like a girl would kind of act, or maybe like what people think that teenage boys want. But then like you actually see it happen, and it's like, yeah, people don't actually want that. Like we don't like people being that upfront about it. If that makes any sense. But she already is acting kind of like a gag character. She definitely is. Right. Right. I mean, it's still possible, believe it or not. In Japanese, her name, it means boat, and the kanji is practically the same compared to Asa's in Japanese with her last name. Because I remember, right, I think Taka means hawk, and I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. The only reason why I honestly remember that off the top of my head is because of that one group that Sasuke Uchiha was in Naruto was legit named like Taka. That's like legit how I actually knew about that off the bat, but it could be. A lot of people are saying that like they're hoping that because Sword Man is brought back, Reze may come back, and maybe we'll see like a love triangle with that. I just don't think Fujimoto would bring Reze back, and I just. I mean, it would be too easy, but I almost feel like, dude, it would just take away so much from Asa's character, because at least in the West, Asa is popular, but I don't know how popular she is in the East, in Japan. And quite frankly, even in the West, I almost feel like if they brought Reze back, a lot of people would probably like Reze a lot more compared to Asa as far as the shipping war goes. Right. I mean, it would be interesting, but then like the waifu wars, and then it's like, I don't know. I mean, Fujimoto's gonna do whatever he wants. He's gonna write the story any way he wants. He doesn't really care what the audience thinks. But I'm like, dude, this is, what are his editors gonna say? Because people even, because not hear me out. People even brought this up, and it's a funny joke if this is true. Because it's legit what Swordman was saying before he took off his hood. He's like, yeah, hey, it takes you off, doesn't it? Like, they're putting Chainsaw Man side by side with some fresh face nobody. I'm like, dude, is this like Fujimoto's joke of saying how the editors are kind of feeling about Asa now that they shifted a lot more back to denji compared to the beginning of part two, where now this is a lot more denji focused, and then Asa's kind of doing her own thing. It makes me kind of wonder if it's like a subtle joke or not. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. dude. I just scrolled on like the Chainsaw Man folks Reddit, and then I went back and I read that chapter. I'm like, dude, that's okay, kind of true. And then I'm like, dude, like, how popular is Asa in Japan? It makes me wonder. It's like, are the editors saying something about the Fujimoto? Like, hey, dude, bring him back. This is called Chainsaw Man. It's not called Asa, like Asa Mitaka or War Devil. I'm like, it makes me wonder. It's like, but it no, going ahead, going ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, well, the thing is though, like, it isn't Asa doing any of the work, and we know it's not Asa doing any of the work because like Swordman is like, hey, like scars appear on her face when she fights devils, right? Which legit tells us like, dude, like I was hoping Asa would learn a little bit from Yoru, but no, it's legit Yoru basically doing all the work and Asa just taking all the credit, and it's making me wonder like, yeah, if this fame goes to her head, like, and she gets exposed, like, how is she gonna react to that? Because like that's gonna be like the first taste of acceptance and just like, how can I say this? Like feeling appreciated from other people that she's really ever received in like a very, very, very long time. And when she get like called out for pretty much being like a fraud, like she this dude, like the fraud allegations, man, she won't be able to beat the fraud allegations. It's just gonna be kind of wild. Yeah, 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 pretty much, dude. It's like the fraud Kuna allegations. Hold on, let me see, my headphones died. Hold on, oh, my headphones are dead. It would be like the fraud Kuna debates where like 10 shadows and all the rest of that BS. But I mean, this is actually gonna be like for real. It's like, yeah, it'll be. I honestly feel so bad because Asa is legit being used as like a. Well, no, she's not being used. She's literally like the poster girl. She's like the one hot girl that they're using as like a poster girl, and it's like you hate to see it. You low key, you hate to see it. But I honestly wonder how Fujimoto is going to really kind of handle it because one person in the review video, I don't remember his name, but he commented something that is very true. Like, I honestly feel bad for Asa and I feel worried about her because she could just be taken advantage of pretty easily because we know she's kind of easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even Euro called her out for being like, yeah, you fall for men way too easily. And it makes me kind of wonder, like, ah, crap. I mean, it it would make sense. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard, right? Like, I always got the impression that out of the four horsemen, like War Devil, no matter what, was like the dumbest one. Even though, ironically, she should be more tactical, and she still kind of is. But she's done things where she's just acted on like pure anger and just pure emotions. Right, 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 right. I mean, that's true. But the thing about Nayuta is, because see, if we still believe what was implied in part one, which I honestly feel is like a retcon that Makima was supposedly raised by the Japanese government, and we kind of know now that it wasn't really the case in a way, but we still don't know how the Four Horsemen came to Earth. She was more kind of not really prone to. It's in the Control Devil's nature, but it's like they kind of nurtured her into it, into being like this ultimate Control Devil, essentially. I guess like a psychopath or like a sociopath in a way. And they're like, yeah, we can definitely control the Control Devil. And then it's like, yeah, they just blow up in their faces because like they tried to control the Control Level and it didn't work. But I think it's kind of like that. But it's possible that the stronger that War Double gets, the smarter that she does get. Because yeah, Perchita did eat a part of her body, so it always makes me kind of wonder. I'm like, well, the War Double that we see here, is it like the same War Double that was eaten by Perchita, or was she like much worse? Here, battle IQ slash battle IQ. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, but battle IQ. I would say so. It would definitely make sense. But let me ask you a question, and this is something that is going on in like the Reddit community right now. Do you think because people are able to see Asa's scars, do you think that means it's because that it's the first sign that Asa and Yoru are merging together even more to where now we can add that people can actually see the scars? Or people outside of Asa could always see the scars. They was always there, but no one ever commented on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. Her eyes, yeah, yeah. That's a big thing. Yeah, right, right. That no, that's actually good. The warm. That's smart. No, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes so much sense, actually. No, it's so better. Between that and how simple it honestly is, it didn't complicate it. It's not like JJK where like I gotta watch like video after video, like explanation videos. I'm like, yeah, dude, screw this. This is too complicated. Right. Now, even though it seemed like Denji wasn't really listening to Swartman, we've seen Denji where he just zones out and he isn't really listening. Like when Asa was talking like line upon line about sea life and starfishes, and at the end of the day, we saw like he did listen to what Asa was saying because he knew what starfish. I mean, he could eat starfish. But do you think that Denji is gonna kind of figure out what Swordman is saying about the scars on his face? You think he might actually think back and be like, "Wait, hold on, is that reason why she kissed me? She kind of acted so weird after she said that," or you don't think he's gonna think about it too hard? Right, right, right. And that is a good point. That does make sense. Yeah. Well, the weird thing about Pochita is like I low key kind of hate Pochita. He just told Denji how to raise. He told Denji how to raise Nayuta. It's like here's like a little bit of advice, and then just dipped. And Denji hasn't spoken to Pochita the entire time of part two. Is pretty much it's been pretty much it never was stated, but we just kind of know based on when like it was when he was told that he couldn't be Chainsaw Man anymore, and it was a chapter where like fake Saw Man got revealed to the world. It's like Pachita, I wanted a normal life. I thought this is what I wanted, but this isn't really what I really wanted. And it's kind of like, yeah, this almost kind of confirms he hasn't even spoken to Pachita the entire time. Pachita hasn't said anything. Right. No, no, that's what I mean. Right. All right, Ghost Tab. The final question I have for you. See, I'm the one asking you the questions, but this is very interesting. This is interesting. I like hearing your thoughts on this. Do you think Swordman will be an ally to Denji next chapter? What are your feelings on this? Right. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I honestly think. I mean, okay, that is true. That is true. I mean, at least Katana Man could land a hit on Denji. Sword Man literally legit got bodied 2 times by Vegeta and didn't even land a single hit. So it's like you hate to see it. Right. Yeah, King Shi, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh man. See, based on now I have to look at it again. I know I have the image here. Where is here we go. Cuz I have like the colored image. I mean based on the design itself, oh that's hard. Because I mean we know about King Shi already. We know about Reze already. I honestly don't want Reze to come back, but I feel like it could happen. It would may right. I mean, which one based on character? This on based on character design alone. I'm gonna have to give it to Flamethrower. Flamethrower Man for sure. Flamethrower Man for sure. Out of everyone, Flamethrower Man. I'm like, yeah, he did, and honestly, his lines were really funny. I'm like, dude, this guy. If they do anything with his character, this guy's gonna be like hilarious. It's gonna be fun to see. All right. Oh, you're talking about like Chainsaw Man's followers. See, the funny part is the last one I think was Archangel, or I forgot the name of it, but Makima was never actually able to find that devil, so that devil could still be out there. But for her to reintroduce them, I mean, see, possibly. I mean, we all know Power's gonna come back eventually. If not in this part, then in part three, if there is a part three of Chainsaw Man. But it's like, what would be the point of reintroducing them? Because it's not like they're gonna have any interim memories of Chainsaw Man. They're not gonna have that admiration at all. So it's like, well, they're gonna be different people. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be the same. It's like, what purpose would they serve in the story? Because the only reason why they were even appeared in part one in the first place was legit because, oh yeah, Chainsaw Man, I'm so obsessed with you. I kidnapped and brainwashed your followers, and I even killed a couple of them too. And I'm like, damn, Makima, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild, Makima. That's kind of wild. But I mean, to answer your question, it is possible that we could actually see that because Archangel, she never found Archangel, so we could definitely see it. I think it's possible. It's very possible. You're talking about reintroducing power. Yeah, but power is like a devil. But power is like a power's a fiend though. No, she was a fiend. She wasn't. No, I mean, when she gets reintroduced, I don't know. I mean, the way I interpret it is like this. Well, I feel like we're going to know if there's going to be a part three of Chainsaw Man if Power gets introduced. If Power gets introduced in part two, I don't think there's going to be like a part three of Chainsaw Man. Like Fujimoto might just legit end the story off in part two, unless part two has like a really downer ending or like it ends with like a major cliffhanger. Where like things are great, but it's not really what we all would have, what the people in the universe would have wanted. Then maybe. But maybe towards the end, I could see her coming back towards the end, but that'll just be like the sign. Yeah, I mean, it can. Yeah, it's just, oh, dude, like the way that ended, I was like, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm like, damn, everybody's still kind of messed up, but I guess Agni's happy, so I guess I'm happy. I'm like, ah, dude, it is so messed up. It was so messed up. Oh my goodness. Hey, Alex, just got here. I hope we didn't miss anything. Nah, man, you didn't miss anything at all, Mr. Well, actually, no, I guess you did because we're having like some interesting conversations, Mr. Morpheus. The conversations we're having right now and the questions and the debates that we're having are very interesting. Ghost Habit's asking some good questions. I'm asking some good questions. It's a good conversation, man. Yeah, they kind of had their art. I mean, the only thing you could honestly do is go more in depth about their backstories. I mean, that would be interesting. But it's like, I mean, if you don't do that, it's like, well, I mean, you can still do something with Reze, but with Katana Man, it's like, well, it's just gonna be like a rehash of him trying to kill Denji, and Denji at this point, well, I mean, as long as he turns into Chainsaw Man, yeah, he's just gonna body Katana Man no matter what. Like, yeah, yeah, unless Fujimoto's like, I decided not to bring him back. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think Kishibe has something to do with bringing Sword Man back? A lot of people have been saying, I always told you the hybrids were immortal, but a lot of people seem to forget, like, yeah, they're immortal as long as you feed them blood. So it's like, well, someone had to feed them, give them some blood so they could actually come back, because now they're just going to come back on their own. That's not going to make any sense. Right, right. Well, I mean, there was that one time he tried to assassinate Makima, but everyone just got murked. That was funny. I mean, no. He's about it, and it wasn't a bad plan. That guy is really about it. Yeah, he sent a hell devil after them. Right. Well, that or maybe he's not in public safety altogether. And I always kind of thought about that. Like as soon as like Denji got thrown in jail, and Yoshida was like, "Yeah, don't be Chainsaw Man." I'm like, yeah, Kishibe could probably tell him, and he might listen to Kishibe. Like Yoshida wouldn't have to tell him. So it's kind of like, well, where did Kishibe go? Because it's like Denji would listen to him over Yoshida, in my opinion. But that's just me. Unless Kishibe is really busy doing like the stuff he said he was gonna do at like, the end of part one, and it's like, okay, that makes more sense. Nah, nah, there's no way in the world he's not that type of person. There's no way. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. I felt the same way. I mean, some people are saying like where's Asa, but then we get Asa. And I'm like, dude, this doesn't feel satisfying at all. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, yeah. No, I mean a lot of people feel the same way, man. I mean, I don't think there's anything really wrong with the opinion. A lot. I mean, some people say they relate with Asa better. Some people say they like seeing Denji's character better. Like, I mean, and the thing about Denji, it's not someone that's meant to be relatable anyway. It's like you kind of watch him live his life and everything, which just kind of makes it like a lot more entertaining in a way, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. In a way, for Denji, it's like, dude, this guy has like the backstory of someone from like Berserk. I'm like, yeah, like isn't really like much. This isn't really like a shonen, man. It's like a seinen, like yeah, like Vinland Saga or like something like that. You know what I mean? It's not like the stereotypical thing. It's actually more realistic. He's like, yeah, I don't have big dreams. I just want to live a good life. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, they all got murked. They got isekai. Well, I mean, oh, dude. I mean, yeah, pretty much. That is a good analogy. That pretty much that is the best way you could really describe it, and it is funny, but it is so true at the same time. Exactly. He's like, I'm a hero. Like, Denji, I know you're not an altruist. Let's two people die. And it is like, I saved the cat though. I'm like, no. Uh, dude. I mean, it is what it is. It's just sad that he proved Asa right at the beginning of the story. Yeah, I think Chainsaw Man's horny. I'm like, crap. We're gonna get something like this towards, so like that's gonna be like a foreshadow, and it just happens. I mean, that is the whole story. Yeah, yeah. All right, and that was Ghost Tab. That was Ghost Tab with the really good questions and the really nice conversation. We have no music. I just noticed that. I gotta download some music, man. I'm just gonna bring like a playlist or something. I gotta look up how to make my streams more professional too. All right, chat. My phone just died. I am probably going to be going over this just a little bit more, maybe like 10 or 20 minutes. If you guys have any more questions, if not, I will end the stream here. Because I mean, there's not much to really discuss after that. I mean, there's sadly not much to discuss. I probably will be making a video, possibly, maybe possibly going over the bingo board. No problem, Ghost Tab. It was nice talking to you, man. That was a good conversation that we had. I will probably be maybe doing like a live stream or going over the bingo board, or maybe I'll make like an entire video just based on the bingo board itself, going over what could happen next chapter. But with that being said, I think I am going to end the stream here. Mr. Morpheus, I know that you came in late. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Morpheus? Do you have any questions for me? Because you are the bro. You are bro beans. If you have any, say it now, or well, not say it now, but I guess type it in the chat now, or forever hold your peace. Because I will be ending the live stream. Because I did start at 6:30, and it is now going on at 7:46. Okay, all right, you have 1 minute to type out your question. Because as soon as the clock hits 7:47, I'm going to be ending the live stream. I'll tell you right now, I will be ending the live stream. I don't have any questions for now. I think I understood most of the stuff from the chapter for now. I have to think, for the most part at least. Have a great day too, Ghost Tab. Alright guys, then that is the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys did give me some really good... Hold on. What do you want to see next chapter? I'm hoping that we get like more of an explanation behind Swordman. I know we're gonna get the reveal of like, yeah, you know, I'm the one that revived you when you were down for account for the Falling Devil, right? And more of that's gonna be explained. Maybe more of what was Swordman doing this entire time? Why didn't he jump in to fight the Falling Devil? And, you know, why was he keeping a low profile after all this time? That is, I really want to have answers. I know we probably aren't going to get a lot of those answers, but I really want to see it because it raises so many questions. It raises so many questions. But that is really it, guys. That is it. This is going to be the end of the live stream. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. And I will catch you guys in the next Chainsaw Man video or the next live stream.